How is it that a restaurant that started with just a pizza slice, sold in A4 sheet, has become one of the biggest business in Ghana, selling pizza and chicken all over the country? And how did the man behind this multi-million-dollar business get started? He had no money, no support, and rejection from his own family, who told him his idea would never work. Pushing through all this doubt and proving everyone wrong, and building a brand that will eventually make him known as Pizza Man. This is the dark story of Pizza Man. For most people in Ghana, it was just an ordinary day in 1997. But for one family, it was the day Christian Boakye Yiadom was born. A boy who would grow to change the way fast food works in Ghana forever. And how his name would change to Pizza Man. Well, that is a story that will shock you. At just 8 years old, Christian was already surrounded by food. His grandmother owned a local restaurant, popularly known as Shoba, in Nkranza, Buni East region. Every morning before school, he would help her prepare meals, learning all the secrets of Ghanaian cooking. His big sister was also a caterer in Kumasi, so food was part of his life. But Christian didn't just like food, he loved creating it. Cooking made him happy. He enjoyed watching simple ingredients turn into meals, and he wanted to learn everything about it. In just a few years, he could cook many traditional Ghanaian dishes on his own. However, school was a different story. Christian struggled with his studies, and this worried his family. They believed education was the key to success. So they made a tough decision. He had to live in Nkranza and move to Kumasi to live with his sister, even though money was tight. But his family enrolled him at Cambridge International School. But what they didn't know was that Christian's true passion wasn't in the books, it was in the kitchen. One day, Christian family had visitors, and like always, he cooked for them. But this time, something amazing happened. They loved his food much that they gave him money as a tip. This was the moment Christian realized something big. He wasn't cooking for fun. People actually wanted to pay for his food. Feeling excited and inspired, Christian decided to keep on working on his cooking skills. He was also doing better in school. After completing junior high school, he continued his education at Kumasi Academy, where he became one of the smartest students in the class. After finishing school in 2014, Christian got an admission to study in Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology to offer a actuarial science. And little did he know, this is where his biggest journey will start. One he never imagined would happen. Wait. I know here might sound boring. Back to the video. Don't let me catch you running away again. Christian Boakye Yiadom arrived at Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology with just one goal: to make it big. He didn't just want to get good grades, he wanted to make money. Christian quickly teamed up with his roommates, Ebenezer Amankwa, who also was hungry for success. Together, they started brainstorming ideas to earn some cash. Their first idea was to sell pen drive and calculators to students. At first, it was working, people were buying. But soon they realized the market was too small. They could only sell few items each month, and the profit were not enough to keep the business going. So they got creative. They decided to sell shoes, and believe it or not, woman braziers.
Did this sales of pen drives and calculators, we got messed up. We even went to the extent of selling this silicone brazier for ladies.
Two guys trying to sell braziers at university. It sounded crazy, but they were willing to try anything to make the money. But here is the twist: people will buy on credit and then never pay back. The business crashed and they ended up in debt. It felt like a big failure. But Christian didn't give up. He kept thinking, there got to be a way to make it. In 2017, Christian decided to run for SLC president. It was a huge step, but he didn't win. In fact, he came last. He became known on campus as Chris B, the guy who came last in the race. Most people thought that was the end, but Christian saw something different. He thought, if people know me now, why not turn this into something good? So Christian and his roommate Ebenezer came up with an idea: organize an event on campus and bring in artists to make money. They booked big names like Kobna, Ken Promise and Ebony. But just 2 days before the event, disaster strike. Ebony tragically passed away in a car accident. The event was ruined, and they lost all their money they had spent organizing it. They had taken loans, used their hostel fee for this, and lost it all. And again, they have failed. But Christian wasn't still discouraged. He told Ebenezer, we can't stop now. We have lost a lot. The next move has to be better. They decided that their next business idea had to be different. They shouldn't change after quick ideas. They needed to think big. During their semester break, Christian had an idea. Each of them should think and come up with a new idea when they are coming back next semester. Whilst on vacation, Christian had his first idea. He remembered how Ebenezer had always appreciated his cooking in the hostel. What if I turned that into a business? Then it hit him: pizza. Students love pizza, but it was so expensive and sold in whole package. What if I could sell pizza by slice? It was an idea that could change everything. When they returned back to school, Christian shared his idea with Ebenezer. Let's go to the market. Ebenezer had no idea what they were going to buy. When they get there, he bought an oven for 4,000 cedis. Ebenezer was shocked. They had spent all their remaining money on an oven. Then he told him, we are going to make pizza. He also understood his decision. But there was just one problem. Christian had no idea how to make pizza, but he was not giving up. They spent hours watching YouTube videos, trying and failing every time. He got an idea and called his friend named Black, who worked at a restaurant. They didn't have any table to make the pizza, so they used their hostel table. With his friend's help and a bit of YouTube magic, they finally made their first pizza, and it was good. Christian had connection with the LCC board, so he invited them to taste the pizza. They loved it, and soon after, the LCC organizer came to Christian with big offer. How about we add pizza to the food at campus events? They offered him a contract to prepare 1,000 slices at the next event. But here is where it got even crazier. 1,000 slices of pizza, how could they make that much in one day? But Ebenezer and Christian decided to go for it. They had been selling pizza by slice at the hostel and making some money, using A4 sheets as a package. But the real test was the day of the event. On that day, they woke up at midnight to start cooking. They bought all the ingredients they needed, but disaster struck. They only managed to prepare only 400 slices of pizza in the time of the event. They also arrived late. Even though the LCC paid for the 400 slices, they were still left with more debt. Once again, their plan had failed. But Christian wasn't giving up. He knew the road to success was tough, and he had already learned a lot. He and Ebenezer was down, but not out. They have failed a lot, but every failure brought them closer to the right idea. In 2021, after years of balancing school and business, Christian and Ebenezer finally graduated from university. And not just that, they both finished with first-class honors. After everything they have been through, the failure, the death, sleepless nights, this felt unreal. How did they manage to pull this off? Even they didn't fully understand, but they have done it. Now, at this moment, most graduates will move on to their national service or grab the chance for scholarship abroad. But not these two. Christian had a different plan. One evening, he turned to Ebenezer and said, I know we have failed a lot, but I think you'll be great at this. Let's sacrifice our national service and go to Accra. Our problem isn't the pizza. People love it. Our problem is the founding. We need investors. It was a risky decision. Their families were completely against it. Why would anyone throw away a scholarship abroad to change a business that wasn't even working yet? But deep down, Christian and Ebenezer knew they have to do this. With nothing but their determination, they moved to Accra ready to find investors. But things didn't go as planned. They met several businesses, picked their idea again and again, but nobody believed in them. Investors liked the business, but they didn't trust that it would succeed. Some of them said, there's nothing like this in Ghana. People don't buy pizza like that. Days turned into weeks and weeks into months. No money, no investor, no progress. But then something unexpected happened. One evening, after another long day of searching for investors, they were on their way home exhausted and frustrated. Then on the radio, they heard something that caught their attention. Are you looking for investors for your business? Quick Angel Investor Company is ready to support you. They look at each other's face. This was it. The next morning, they rushed to Quick Angel Investor Company. This was their last hope. At Quick Angel, they met the CEO, Mr. Richard Lee. They explained everything, the struggles, the failure, the vision. Mr. Richard listened carefully. Then he said something that would change their life forever. Two young boys with this brilliant idea. I'm impressed. I will invest in your business. Finally, after all the rejection, someone believed in them. And not just that, he offered a huge funding to grow their business. But there was one condition. Don't just sell pizza, add chicken to the menu. The business should be called Pizza Man Chicken Man. And just like that, Pizza Man Chicken Man was born. With funding secured, they opened their first 4 branches in Dansuma, Expression Roundtable, Awoshi, East Legon, and Spintex. And something crazy happened. People loved the food. Customers kept on coming day and night. His pizza is always good, but me have bread. The demand was high that they had to open more branches. First, from struggling to sell a few slices of pizza in the hostel, they now had 76 branches across Ghana, and they are still expanding. Money was finally rolling in. The same family that doubted them were now proud of them. Christian Boakye Yiadom became the CEO of Pizza Man Chicken Man. Ebenezer Amankwa became the operating manager. But they didn't just enjoy their success, they gave back. With the money they started charity projects, helping others who are struggling like they did. The road to success is not easy, It is filled with failure, sacrifice, and rejection. But if you refuse not to give up, at the end of the road lies what you can imagine. If you enjoyed this video, then you love this one here, the untold story of Black Sheep.